Welcome back to Famous News. We got some bangers for you today. Lana Del Rey, well, she was twerking at a Waffle House, or was she? Cenat, he was arrested for inciting a riot. Justin Trudeau is divorced, and some think he's going to be pitching for the other team. Now, this caught the attention of Andrew Tate, who blasted Trudeau via Twitter. Now, Lizzo, she's lost a number of followers over on Instagram, and Joe Rogan, well, he calls out mainstream media. We got all this and more for you on today's episode of Famous News. Now, our first story today is all about Lana Del Rey. Now, near the end of July, a number of posts of her working at a Waffle House, well, they went viral all over the internet. Now, this was complete with a name tag and all. The girl had a custom uniform. She was certainly working a few shifts at a Waffle House where she served food, she poured coffee, and this all took place at a location out in Florence, Alabama. Well, with Lana set to perform at Lollapalooza out in Chicago, well, all of a sudden, Lana decided to return to her roots and pick up another shift. But this time, she decided to actually twerk on the customers. Take a look. Now that clip right there, it was taken from a distance, so people were unsure if this was in fact Lana. Now, reporting this news, we were actually able to track down the girl who works at the Waffle House, who likes to twerk on the regular. So it turns out this is actually a girl named Jess Sparkles, who looks a whole lot like Lana, especially in the uniform. So no, although Lana was in Chicago, she was not working at a Waffle House this past weekend, but this will likely catch Lana's attention, and perhaps it'll give her some ideas when she returns to a Waffle House near you. I mean, what would you do if Lana was serving you breakfast, or like refilling your coffee? Or what if she was twerking in your face? How would you react? Let us know in the comments down below. Certainly not something on the Waffle House menu. It should be though. All right, our next story is all about Cenat and the riot out in New York City. Now, this was the biggest news story of this past weekend. Now, a simple call out for a fan meetup and the giveaway of a few PlayStation 5s. Well, this resulted in an all-out riot, which went down in New York City. Now, the social media star, who has well over 20 million followers across all his social media accounts, well, he was actually charged with inciting a riot and unlawful assembly before being released, and at the end, all he got was a desk appearance ticket. Now, 65 other people were actually taken into custody, but all of them were quite young. Now, videos were going viral all over the web. They were showing rioters tossing cones, bottles, and rocks at one another, as well as innocent bystanders. They were getting like nailed with flying objects. People were just going cray-cray. And then there were responding officers or cops who were seen getting physical with the fans. And most of these kids, well, they're actually juveniles. Like, this is the youth. It was some scary stuff going down in NYC. Now, I think your boy Kai, he was just trying to show the city of New York some love, but man, that escalated quickly. All for some PlayStation 5s. What are they, liquid gold? All right, moving on to our third news story. Lizzo lost 150,000 followers on Instagram, and this was following Bananagate, her big old cancellation. Now, for those of you not keeping up, well, at least 3 backup dancers are suing Lizzo for, poor working conditions. And this included having them eat a banana from a place where the sun don't shine while they were on a trip to Amsterdam. Now, if you've never been to the Netherlands or stopped at one of the red light district's late night shows, well, you would know that this is pretty much a rite of passage in Amsterdam. Regardless, Lizzo's ex-backup dancers, they felt belittled, which I guess is often the case for those who get into Lizzo's orbit. Anyway, this and other allegations about not being paid an adequate amount of money to be a backup dancer for Lizzo, well, it all caused Lizzo a ton of grief. In fact, people then hit up her on Instagram to go unfollow her, and she lost a total of 154,000 plus another 800 people. They said no more. Now, Lizzo did drop an apology on her Instagram account, which is awkwardly named Lizzo Be Eating. So Lizzo, how do you like them apples? Or should I say bananas? I mean, the internet is so cruel. I swear it's just like high school all over again. All right, moving on to story number 4. Well, Joe Rogan, he has spoken out about mainstream media and his treatment of President Biden and how hush-hush they've been on everything. He wants the Biden administration to be held responsible for all the corruption. Now, Joe Rogan, speaking with Patrick Bet-David on the Joe Rogan podcast, he stated, Joe Biden has been a goof for his whole effing career. He's always been a goof. He has been caught lying so many times. He's so full of shit. There is so much evidence that he is corrupt. Now, he went on to say that there is undeniable evidence of Biden's corruption, such as the stuff with him and his son. He later referred to Devin Archer, who just had testified he was business partners with Hunter, who talked about all the different things that Joe was involved in. Now, Rogan went on to condemn much of the American media for failing to hold the Biden family accountable. He stated, "It's effing undeniable. The fact that mainstream news is going to ignore this, except for right-wing media, is effing crazy." Now, if you want more info on all the dirt, well, Hunter Biden's ex-business partner insisted during his recent closed-door interview with the House Oversight Committee that then Vice President Joe Biden was at the infamous spring 2015 dinner with son Hunter's foreign business associates, despite the Biden campaign repeatedly saying Biden was never there. Now, there was also the whole thing about there being some white stuff found in the White House. My God, these Biden boys, they like to party. And now half the audience has left the building. Finally, our fifth news story today, it's in two parts. We're going to talk about Justin Trudeau getting divorced from his wife of 18 years. Her name's Sophie. Now, their marriage had apparently been in trouble for many a year, but the comments about their divorce over on Justin's Instagram page, well, they were not sympathetic in the slightest. Now, Canadians were hurling insults in his direction, saying she too was sick of his shit, she wanted a real man, and that Canadians want a divorce from him as well. I mean, if you don't like Trudeau, this is the place to roast him. I mean, I had a great chuckle reading these comments. I did it for about an hour. My God, people are pissed, including me. But people are also speculating that Trudeau, he might be joining the other team. And I don't mean the Conservatives. Now, memes were posted of Justin with French President Emmanuel Macron, and the two look cozy, to say the least. Now, following this, well, Trudeau, he decided to take a trip to the movies to catch the new box office smash Barbie, and he made a post wearing pink alongside who I'm presuming is his son. Now, for one, I took note of this. I posted it to my Instagram stories. I was asking if he was trolling. And then Andrew Tate, well, he took to Twitter where he called out the Prime Minister, and he stated, "I've never seen Western world leaders speak about going to the movies before. However, the Satanists demand that you publicly sacrifice any remnant of masculinity to the homosexual mafia. The overlords, they want your soul. They also want you to tell the world that they own you." All right, guys, there you have it. 5 news stories in one famous news video. I hope you guys enjoy this new format. For us, it just kind of brings it all into one video for the day, but we'll break this up and put it onto different platforms so you guys can enjoy all this content. My name is Michael McCrudden. This has been Famous News. You can follow us on all platforms. We're talking TikTok, Snapchat, Facebook, Rumble, you name it. And I'll see you guys in another video. Boom!